Kyle Ferrara joined by Emily Litwin, senior libero for the Griffs volleyball team. They're featured in our game of the week Saturday against Niagara. And Emily, you've kind of watched Niagara this year. They're a younger team. They're not where they used to be, certainly, as a team that can compete for a championship. But you kind of like them. What do you see in them that's positive?
I think it's hard having so many coaches like they've had. They've only really kept a coach for 2 years before there's been a coaching change. Their coach, Phyllis, has done, I think, a really good job recruiting a freshman class to rebuild the program. And, he's shown that by starting almost all of their freshmen. And they switched out their senior libero for a freshman libero. And she's held her own. And I think that they're going to be a contender in the near future. And I'm just lucky, that I'm graduating.
Talking about your own team now, you had a split on the weekend against St. Peter's and Ryder. You split the weekend before, so you're 2-2 in conference play. What's kind of the state of the Griffs?
We had a really tough preseason. We played some big-name schools and got a higher level of play than I think the rest of the conference did. But I'm not too worried about, the losses right now. We're still finding that gear to click in. We're finding our rhythm, going with it, and we've shown it against Siena, and we've shown it against St. Peter's. We're just missing it a little bit some days, like Marist and Ryder, but once we figure it out, and we've been doing team building exercises, we're probably one of the best teams in the MAC, and we can take any one of them.
As far as leadership goes, there's 2 seniors this year. You're the only senior who's a starter, if we can call a libero starter. How much pressure do you put on yourself to be that leader for this team?
In preseason, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I kind of saw some decreases in my level of play. So I decided to take a step back and just focus on myself, because I think before you can lead a team, you have to lead yourself. And as soon as I got comfortable with my level of play, I started speaking out more. And now I found my rhythm on the court. And I think that just leading the team by always being a positive, consistent player is what they need right now. And I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that I'm leading the team by that.
You're also kind of seeing some of the junior class take on much bigger roles like Grace Stryker and Lauren Siebert. Are you impressed with them so far?
Yeah, they definitely rose to the occasion. Lauren has been an outstanding middle in this conference and probably one of the best middles in this conference. And she's stepping up as far as leadership's concerned. She's one of those players that she's going to get the job done. When you give her the ball, she's going to put it down. And she's starting to realize that she needs to speak up a little bit more now, and she's doing a phenomenal job. And Grace is, taking over as starting setter, running a 5-1, doing it nicely. She's taking charge of the court, taking her offense, and just leading the team that way. And that's the best way she can lead us right now, is by offensively.
Is it safe to say that at this point, with 4 games into conference play, you're past the 0-9 start, everybody's over that?
Yeah, we didn't really put too much emphasis on it. We played Ole Miss our first game. No one else in our conference played a big-name school like Ole Miss or Gonzaga or St. Louis or, like ACC, A10. No one really had that competitive level like we did, and it only made us better. We saw a faster level of play. We had to keep up with it, and now we're at that level, and we're just showing it, especially against St. Peter's and Siena.
All right, Emily, thanks for joining us. The VolleyGriffs back in action Saturday. Battle of the Bridge underway at the Kessler Athletic Center, Griffs vs. Niagara.